Hello Minecrafters everywhere, my name is Cubic and welcome back to yet another episode of our Minecraft FTB Beyond Let's Play series. Hope you guys are excited for today, as am I, and you guys will notice a couple things here. We haven't really done a whole lot since last episode. The only thing I have done is upgraded this manual pickaxe. I got the 4000 XP that I needed for this pickaxe, and I've put on it diamond to increase the durability here, so we're now up to 1185. I also noticed something here. If you guys look at the bottom where it's just above Tinker's Construct at the very bottom of the tab here, you guys will see 10.72 attack damage. Our sword has 6 attack damage. I think our pickaxe is better than our sword in some way. I'm not sure why. So just for this episode, I just want to see how this works out. If I eliminate that from my inventory and I just go with the pickaxe as my main, I guess, I don't know what to call it, my main weapon, see what happens there. I was one-shotting cows earlier, so I thought that was pretty interesting. But in between episodes, guys, I did a little bit more research on this spawner from RF Tools, and disappointment has arisen. So I've got my Enderman. I had to hit the Enderman just by punching it with the syringe. Disappointment has arisen. So I have to actually feed this thing items in order to spawn stuff. So we need to feed it ender pearls, we need to feed it endstone, and then some sort of a crop of, I guess that's what it's looking like, in order to spawn Enderman. It doesn't take a lot to do it, but it does take endstone. Now, if we look at endstone, just really fast, in order to craft it, it's actually not difficult to craft if you really think about it. We just need sand, so sandstone, and we need the sand, and we can make that using a pulverizer and gravel, or pulverize and cobblestone. So we can set up like a cobblework system of some sort would work. And then the resonant ender isn't difficult to do with ender pearls. So once we get this thing going, we could easily make the materials that we would need to get the enderman spawner going. But until then, guys, I think I'm going to stick to these windmills from Immersive Engineering, just kind of modular power things, so to speak. Like we got one windmill hooked up to this energy cell that's powering a couple of our basic machines. I made an energetic infuser in an attempt to try and charge this staff of traveling. It doesn't work like that. We have to charge it in some sort of an Ender IO. But yeah, so in between episodes, I've been doing some research to figure out better ways of powering, and I think we're going to stick to the windmills just because we have 3 of these. We can generate a decent amount of RF. And then what we're going to actually use, instead of using the farming station from Ender IO, which requires a lot of pulsating iron, which is what we needed the ender pearls for. That's why we made that long trip to try and do all this. And a Z-Logic controller, which requires slice and splice, and electrical steel, which were not too bad. I can make that pretty easily. I decided to check out the farmer from actually Additions, and this looks like it's a little bit easier to make. I did some research using the actually Additions book here, and if we look up the farmer, this thing can harvest a 9x9 area, which I think it isn't the upgraded, all the way upgraded version of the farming station. Can harvest more, but I think it uses a lot less RF, 1500 RF, which isn't too bad considering what the 9x9 area. But for every operation it uses that. So if we had like a fully planted wheat field, every time it harvests a bit of wheat, it's going to require 1500 RF. So that might sound like, okay, that's difficult, but when you really look at the resources that this takes, it's not too difficult to actually make. I'm going to open it up here in JEI. Inori crystals are actually pretty easy to make. We just need a atomic reconstructor and an iron ingot that we just throw on top and impress this atomic reconstructor. And this thing's actually pretty easy to make as well. Black quartz, not difficult to make. And then we have the iron and everything to do this. And then looking at the iron casing, we just looked at black quartz, pretty easy to make. We've got the seeds. So these Inori crystals are the only things that are a little bit difficult to do. And I believe we throw an iron block onto, if we look at an iron block, 800 RF, so we can actually make these pretty easily. and make our first farming station. So that's what we're going to do today, guys. So the first thing we're going to need is just to grab a bunch of our resources that we have. So I'm going to need iron. I believe quartz. I don't think I need any more ores from out of here, so I think we're good there. I'm going to chuck the silver into here. And then we're going to get our hands on, put my smelter in a very far location. I really wasn't thinking about that. We need redstone. What else do we need? We need quartz. Do we keep our quartz on us from our nether run? I hope we did. Something wrong with me if I didn't. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. What else do we need? We need seeds, and then eventually we're going to need a button, so we'll just get that right now. Alright, so let's just start crafting this and see what happens. So we need to get our hands on, let's see, go back one, atomic reconstructor. Okay, so we need redstone, we need iron casing, so we need sticks and black quartz. Okay, so let's get some sticks. Black quartz is pretty easy to make. Just that and that. We actually need 2 of these. Luckily, this recipe doesn't require a whole lot of black quartz, which is nice. Then we'll go ahead and make our iron casing. And let's actually make one more, because we're going to need one more. Iron casing. Oops, not that. There we go. Alright, so 2 iron casings done, and then we need for the atomic reconstructor, we have everything. There we go. Alright, don't need 2, we only need 1. And we're gonna hook this thing up. How do I want to do this? We're running out of space here. The cabling system here is not working out too well. Alright, let's move this, since that's basically useless. Alright, so that's gonna do that. No. Okay, don't try and kill me, please. No. Bad. Alright. let's not kill ourselves with this laser thing. Alright, and then do we have a button? Why are you shooting? Hold redstone torch toggle. Okay, so let's just get this thing. Let's keep this thing from using RF here. Pulse. Okay. So now if we push that, that'll change. Okay. So then I think all we need to do is drop a couple of iron blocks onto this. We're going to take 4. We have plenty of iron, so we're not too worried about this. We do want to be conservative and, good at not losing everything here, but let's just toss that onto there, and there we go, got our Nori crystal block. Nice. So if I throw like 3 of these onto there, what happens? Okay, all 3. Nice. Alright, so we got our Nori crystal blocks, and I believe that's how it's pronounced, and we should just be able to make our farmer. Okay, so let's just plop this down and see. Okay, it looks like it's pretty straightforward, so I shouldn't have to worry about too much here. I'm going to set up a 9x9 area outside here, and I'm going to try and get this kind of, I guess, spec'd out in the best way. I need, what do I want to use for this? I want to use some sort of fences. Let me just look at fences really fast here, guys. Bear with me. DecoCraft, that sounds like a great idea. Fences. I guess we can use, yeah, let's not use any of that stuff. I think there is, if I grab some of my stone bricks here, make some stone bricks, and then drop them into here, we can make some of these. Okay, I've been wanting to check these out, these walls. I'm going to need, I have stone bricks, a bunch of them somewhere, I just need to chisel these down again. Nope, not you. There we are. Alright, so we'll make some of these walls here, and then I'm going to, I guess, plan out a 9x9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the reason we're doing 11, by the way, is so that we don't have to worry about the interior is going to be, whoops, the interior is going to be a 9x9. It should be 1, 2. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so we should be able to just seal this off. The reason I'm doing this in case any mobs decide to jump around inside here, we don't want that. And eventually this thing will be closed off, but for right now we're just going to have an open space. We should be able to just plant this thing down right in the center. And then all we have to do is run power to it, and we need to grab a hoe and get this soil tilled. Now, how far? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if we drop a... Make sure this thing is centered as well. I think it is. Yes. So if we drop a water source here, and we drop one at every corner, it should all be able to get along fine, and hopefully be able to hydrate all the soil. So yeah, let me grab a hoe really fast, guys, and then I will come back and we will hopefully have a fully working system. Alright guys, so I made myself a couple stone hoes, and I'm going to also drop a lily pad here just so that we don't worry about dropping into water. And we'll get rid of these torches and place down torches here, here. It's all about symmetry right now, or else my OCD will come in and kill me. Literally, it'll come through the door. Okay, so should be able to just do this. Do need to run power to this thing, I know, but we should be able to just till all of the ground here, and it should all get hydrated. Hello, worms. I forgot about these guys. I think we can plant these guys down, and they will increase the growth rates. I'm not exactly, or else keep things, I don't remember how these things work exactly. In fact, actually look here. Okay, so they can be placed on top of crops. Placed down on dirt or grass, help you till an area around them 3x3 and keep them faster. Worms can be killing grass. If a worm, just break the block. Wonder if I can place them on top of crops, because I would use these if I can place them on top of crops here. So let's just test this out really fast and see. Probably 3x3, so we're going to want to put one inventory. No, we can't place them on top of crops. Okay. Oh, we can. Alright, we just have to be really careful. Alright, so that's nice. So what we'll do is drop one. We just have to target the hitbox perfectly. Alright, so we'll have to go around tilling and make it all symmetry again and so forth. But yeah, so we're getting there, guys. So now what I need to do is set up another windmill. We're just setting up another one so that way we can get individualized power. I think I'll set this thing up here, and we need blocks. I'm going to grab my stone, I guess chiseled stone, from in here and use this stuff. Anything that's unnecessary. Okay, we don't need this. Probably don't need those things, just to try and sort out our inventory ever so slightly here. We'll make this into torches. Okay, that's good. Alright, so let's stack up here in the back, and we'll go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same height as the other one, or else it'll really bother me. And then we'll get our windmill. And we got ourselves an LV wire connector. I think I'll put it on the side here just for symmetry purposes. And we will have this go to a relay. What block height is this? A relay here. And then we will eat food real fast. And then we will grab a connector, plant on top here, and connect those things. Okay, so now we're seeing some RF growing. Nice, or growing. We're seeing some RF getting planted. What am I talking about? RF getting stored. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so now we just have to let this stuff grow. So I'm going to plant down as much wheat as possible here. And then we're going to maybe get our hands on some worms, because I think these guys are growing our crops a little bit faster. So we'll just run around like a maniac and till everything. Should work out fine. And then we're going to, okay, we have seeds. So yeah, let's just run around and till the heck out of things and get some worms. Alright guys, so we got ourselves 8 worms, and these are, I'm going to try and grid this out as best as possible. 3x3 here, 3x3 here, so we're going to want 1, break this there. So then we got only this area here is being missed. So plant one there. Can we get seeds down or anything? Yes, we can. Okay, so then we need, this is a 3 by 3, so then over here in the corner, then one here. Alright, there's basic pattern going on right now. Is that too far away? No, it's correct. Okay, so we need one there, and one here, there. Give me the dirt. It's like there for a second. There we go. Got it. Alright, so we need one more worm, one more worm. Alright, let's get this really fast. There we go. Nice. Alright, and we're going to jump on. Okay, what? Did I kill this? What's happening over here? What are you doing? 9 by 9 area. What are you doing this? What is this thing doing? Is this thing 9 by 9 area? What is happening? Farmer in front of it, 9 by 9 in front of it. Okay, that makes more sense. Alright, so let's go ahead and break this really fast. And then we need it here, actually. Okay, so connector. Mistakes were made there. Alright, wire, and that will do its thing. Okay, so then this, we can stick a worm here, and then that will get hydrated, I think. Yeah, alright, that'll get hydrated. I was really confused there for a second. I was like, what's happening over here? 9 by 9 in front of it. Okay, I have to remember that for whenever we set up future farms. Okay, so yeah, we need one more worm here just to complete what we missed. Come on. Come on, worm. There we are. Alright, 3. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, and then this one needs to go on top here. Okay, so now it's just a matter of time before we start seeing some... I'm going to break this just so we can access that from behind. Before we see wheat growing. So I'm going to grab some... I have to do this. So I'm going to grab some more seeds from our farm over here so that we can get continue this wheat production over here until this thing starts up and gets on its feet, and then we'll break this stuff down. So yeah, see you guys here in a second. Alright guys, so I got tons more seeds here, and I'm just gonna, like, as I walk by, I'm just gonna jump on this and try and get it tilled. I'm not gonna stand around and jump on that forever. So basically it's only a matter of time before we start getting some wheat in here. So what I need to do is set up a collection system for this. This does have a decent sized inventory, I think. I think this one's for seeds though. I wonder, does it automatically replant? What does it? Here's my thing. I'm wondering if it breaks the wheat and then replants, or if it just does the right click that every normal machine does, which is just the right click being getting wheat without destroying the crop. That's what the old, what were they called? Mine Factory Reloaded harvesters used to do. I don't know if the actually additions ones do, but I'm going to jump on this for a little while. No. Jump on these for a little while, and then I'll come back. Stop doing this. Why you do this? Alright everyone, so our next order of business is to set up our collection system. So for this series, I think I'm going to be going with the item conduits from Ender.io. These guys, they're not pulsating iron. Okay, I do have one Ender Pearl, so I might use that. Is there any other item pipes of any sort? I don't think not anything reliable enough. Item transport pipe. What does Project Red have in store for item. Let's see, I need to do add project. Add project. What does this have in store for us in the way of pipes? Because they're pretty cheap to make, but they might be a pain in the butt to work with if they're anything like build. Routed, junction, router interface, network valve, pressure. Okay, we need to make an item extraction kit, which wouldn't be too difficult. I'm very scared of that, so I think I'm just going to stick with the Ender IO item conduits for right now, and then we will see, you know, if there's any better options. So you guys can let me know. So we're going to use our only Ender Pearl, just because we have that spawner. So all we realistically need to do is get the spawner working. If we get the spawner working, because realistically, all I need to do is probably feed it like one Ender Pearl and make some endstone and get the endstone part set up, and then I think we would be good there. So yeah, not too worried about it necessarily. It's more of just getting the materials piped into it. Alright, so how much will this make? Just one? Okay. So we can make a few item conduits here. What else do we need? We need the conduit binders, which is gravel and sand. I don't have a lot of sand. Gravel, clay, oops, and then let me grab some sand really fast. Already went, so I got my hands on some sand. That did not intentionally rhyme. I don't know why I tried it. Alright, so I guess we can just make a crazy amount of that stuff and we'll be good. So I was making toast in here. Got plenty of toast now. We'll put our... Do we have any... We gotta check our coal coke. I need to figure out a way to, I guess I just need a item, or I guess a fluid valve to pipe into those tanks to keep that production going, because we do have a lot of creosote. So let's get our binder composites. Should be able to make our first item conduit here. And let's see, is anything grown yet? It looks like it's close. Alright, we got some wheat. How many seeds did we have in there before? I don't remember how many seeds we had in there before. So I also need to make a drawer really fast. So we had 38. Let's just see if it's replanting or not. I don't think it is, but it might, hopefully. So we need a chest, and let's look up drawers. I just need any old drawer. Okay, chest and wood. So we'll make a birch drawer. Actually, no. We're going to do this, because I don't like the look. Alright, still going to make a basic drawer out of birch. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so what we're going to do is... Let's pipe it into our base, just right off the bat here. So we'll put down some item conduits and extract. That should be good. So it should be automatically ready to go. We do need to make ourselves a Yeta wrench, now that I think about it, but then we can just put our basic drawer here, and we should see something eventually. I think we need to set this to insert. Maybe. Why do farmers never work like they're supposed to? Round robin, sure. See if that does something. Is it replanting? Yes, it is. Okay. It's not extracting. Odd. Okay. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. Got plenty of wheat, which is nice. But I'm not sure what's going on here. I wonder if it's based off of where the positioning of the item conduits. I wonder if it has to be underground, then we're in trouble because we got water there. That's not going to work. Let's try... Where else can we do this? On the sides, maybe? No, give me that back. Wonder if it's a drawer thing as well. Let's just test it with a chest if we can. See what that looks like. just to make sure it's not a drawer thing, because I've never used drawers before. So give me that chest. Break you. Take chest down. Alright, I think it's a actually additions thing. Extract. Let's try that. I don't think that's going to be our thing either. Extract. Active without signal. That might have been our issue. Okay, there we go. So active without signal. That was my bad. Alright, so let's get our wall placed down again. Active without signal. And we got ourselves some wheat, so let's just make sure it works with the drawers. It should have wheat in there, 15, so we'll have to keep an eye on that and make sure that that's running correctly. And 16 wheat, nice. Alright, so that is all done, thankfully. We got ourselves a automated system for food, or semi-auto, whatever, however you want to look at it. It's automated, okay? We've got enough problems right now. So yeah, let's put some of these things away for the moment. So I also have in my inventory the block breaker that we made in the first episode in order to try and cheat the system. We were trying to get obsidian without making a diamond pickaxe. That didn't work out too well in our favor. But I was thinking about our igneous extruder here. I want to set up a cobblework system. In fact, I might actually want these item conduits back, and we might want... Where did I put those pulsating iron? Okay. We might want to just go ahead and just make a bunch of these because we're going to need them eventually. So I was thinking about it, and I was wondering if we could set up a system that would get us cobblestone easily without using any power. And I think the block breaker can do that. I do need a... We're going to make a clock from... extra utilities. I almost said Project Red. That would have been bad. From extra utilities, the reason I'm going to do that is so that it keeps it as clean as possible, because this system is going to get messy based off of kind of what I've been planning out here and what I think it's going to look like. So we're going to make ourselves a clock. Give me all these things back. Give me the redstone. What are you doing? Redstone. Give me that. Okay, I don't know what you're trying to do, but it isn't helping. Okay, so we've got ourselves the block breaker. And basically how this thing works, I'm going to set this thing up over here. So basically how this thing, what I imagine how this thing's going to work is we're just going to have this thing maybe pipe. I want to get cobblestone automatically, I want to get gravel automatically, and I want to get sand automatically, and then turn that into glass. So I'm trying to think the best way to pipe that into our base. And I don't really want to ruin the look of this wall, but I feel like that's where this is going. So we're just going to start out, I think, actually block this up. We're just going to start with cobblestone, getting some cobblestone in here, because I want to get a roof on my base, just because the rain is quite annoying. And so I think we'll start with cobblestone. I forgot to make some drawers. I know I should probably make a drawer key, because that'll lock it, but I'm not quite all that concerned about that at the moment. Alright, so we'll make 2 drawers just to start out with. I have 1 extra. And then let me drop this thing actually off in here. So it'll be facing that way. Okay, so we're going to get some cobblestone just to begin with, and then we will work our way up to getting our hands on other means. I probably also need a chest. Let me make a crafting table. I should have one on me. Alright, get rid of you. Alright, so we'll make a chest really fast as well, because this block breaker is going to want to put items in to an inventory before it can break things. And that's a little bit low, so I want to maybe build it over here. Where? Where? Okay. Alright, time to test this thing out. What's happening? I don't see a skeleton. Okay, now you are. Okay, interesting. So where were we? Alright, so we're going to drop a water bucket here. And then actually no, let's reverse this because I'm afraid of burning down my base. Not the greatest thing. Okay, so block breaker will sit here, and I think it places down direction. Okay, there we go. And then we'll put our clock here. Okay, so now it's looking for something to break. And then we will drop our lava here. Oh, I placed this wrong. Whoops. Grab you. Grab that here. Okay. So that there. Dirt. And our immediate inventory. To a chest. With a clock on top. And a lava bucket here. And water here. Alright, now we're getting cobblestone. Sweet. Okay, and so all I'm going to do is just hook this up with some basic item conduits. And this will be insert. And this will be active without signal. So we should see this immediately just get taken out. And we should see some cobblestone in our base now. Nice. Alright, so we'll probably want to eventually make upgrades for this thing. Because it's probably going to need them. How much can it hold? Stack limit's 32. Okay, so let me run one quick thing here. 64 times 32. 2048. Okay, so hold 2048 cobblestone. So I'm safe, I think, in throwing all of my cobblestone into here. And basically, I might want to set up a system that turns that off if that thing gets full. I'm not too worried about it right now. I'm worried about it as I'm talking about it. Let's see. Okay, that if we shift click, it gives us more. Okay, so I'm thinking, what do we have in stack upgrades that I can make right away? Upgrade, whoops. These storage drawers, okay. At storage drawers. Okay, what can we make a key with? Okay, that's not too bad. And do they have stack upgrades? Let's see, uses. I know this is in here. Okay. Storage drawers. That should be on this page somewhere. Why am I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see upgrades. Interesting. Okay. So to make these upgrades, we probably can make an emerald upgrade for this, potentially. Which these aren't too difficult to make. A little bit of lag there. We just need to make ourselves, I'm going to make myself another storage drawer just to complete these upgrades. I need a chest. Give me this. I think this should just work with that. Okay, sweet. And then, don't think that can make us slabs. Okay. I think slabs are cheaper to make, so I probably should start making it that direction rather than doing what I was doing. And then sticks. That upgrade. And then do we have emeralds? I think I might use diamond just because I have a lot more of that. I think emeralds are not difficult to get if we have a mining, if we get a void resource miner, but not quite. Yeah, I want to save my emeralds just in case I need them for something. I think actually additions has a lot to do with that, so let's get that. And then we'll make ourselves our stack upgrade. Okay, so now it can hold 256, so times 8. So 8 stacks, I think that's what that means. I'm hoping. Alright, so we do have a lot of cobblestone now, which is nice. And I want to get a roof put on our base. Let's just look at the system, make sure it's doing okay. I do like this system, how just simple it is just to have it work like this. I think the noise might get a little bit irritating, so I wouldn't recommend putting that in the middle of your base, but interesting. I do like that system, and it's cheaper than all the everything we got going over here. How much wheat do we have? Okay, 47, nice. So we're getting things automated, guys. So what I want to do really fast here is put down a project chest really quick. I always make one of these every once in a while, just for all the resources that I have on me that I don't really want to deal with right now, but I might want later. So for like these things here, chisel, bones and stuff can just get chucked into any chest. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually need to grab my chisel, and I need to grab a bit of iron. Make a few more chisels here because I'm going to make our ceiling, and we're going to need some chisels for this ceiling. So let's just grab several stacks here, and then we're going to pick a block for a ceiling. And I was looking at this earlier, and I'm thinking I'm going to run with, which one was I thinking about running with? Blank. I think maybe one of these panels. I was thinking about just keep plain ceiling. I want to look at this really fast. Would these connect? Okay, now then I don't really want those if they don't connect, because that's going to look interesting. Let's see. Okay, these do connect. So we'll use the big tiles for our ceiling, just as something temporary to it's gonna break right off the bat. Just as something temporary until we decide how far up we're going with our base. I don't think we're going to go much higher than we already are. We might have some things on the ceiling and so forth, like solar panels, if we get into that. Okay, let's get just the last of this done, and then I think that should be enough. Where is our wand? There it is. Okay, so basically all we need to do to complete this or get this thing up and running is place down the first little bit here, and then we should be able to just go right across once we place this down. Alright, our wand broke, so we just need to make another one really fast here. I want to figure out what my torches were for down here so I can mirror them. It looks like I started somewhere maybe here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's about right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to grid out the torches up here as well. So I'll make a wand really fast, and then we will hopefully complete our ceiling. And we're making some progress, guys, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, see you guys here in a second. Alright guys, so our ceiling is almost complete here. We've got a little bit of a hole. Didn't notice this. Not quite enough cobblestone. Almost. Alright, so now it's just gridding out these torches as well, which shouldn't take too long because I've got a pretty good idea on how to do it quickly. Let's grab some more cobblestone. Look at this, just readily English is a difficult language for me today. Ready and available for us to use whenever we need it. Automation is the greatest thing ever. Can you believe this, guys? I am one short. What? Okay. We're just going to do this, because I'm too lazy to go down and get one cobblestone. Big tile, done. Ceiling complete. Alright, now it's time to grid out the torches. Alright guys, so our ceiling is complete. So excited about this. And we've made a lot of progress today, guys, but I think that's a good wrapping up point. We've got our ceiling in place. Things look a little bit more cozier in here. We've got ourselves our automated cobblestone system, which is very nice. I want to look at our wheat farm really fast, make sure this thing is doing okay, and I think it is. I think we're good to go ahead and actually close this up if I have my basic walls. That would be great. So I think in the next episode, guys, we're going to start working on trying to get the spawner up and running. I think that's going to be something that's not as difficult as it seems. It's just going to be generating power. I think that's also one of our main things that we're having a little bit of trouble with is generating power. Where did my... I swear I had more of these. Okay, I guess not. That's fine. I didn't need... I know I had more of those. I'm going insane, guys. Let's just do this. Wall. End the episode. Okay, that sounds like a great idea. Let me find my walls first. Alright, so, yeah. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. Yeah, in the next episode, we're going to be focusing on a little bit better power generation. I'm not super satisfied with this. I think maybe a culinary generator might be in order, especially since we have the ability to mass produce wheat. So I might set up a few of these farms. We've got a few of those. I think we have 2 more of these windmills, so I might set up like 2 more of these farms somewhere. I don't know where I'm going to fit all those in. Maybe at least 1 more of these farms, and that way we can get our hands on some more wheat, which will be great. We've already got plenty of seeds here, which is nice, and this thing seems to be staying relatively at a good pace and continuing to use power, so that will be good. But yeah, anyway guys, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.